life, and who had known that I would come back when others doubted, agreed that there were things more important than an assignment in Maine or Tennessee. She, too, felt that a self-chosen assignment on a hillside of my own choosing was the important thing now. So we sold our suburban acres and moved to Weatog, to live, to write, to see and feel and understand a hillside, a riverbank, a woodland, and a valley pasture. We came here not to a cabin in the wilderness, but to a farmhouse beside a river. As far as the legalities are concerned, we bought and own 100 acres, one whole side of a mountain, and half a mile of riverbank. I have spent the months and years since living with this small fraction of the universe and trying to know its meaning, to own it, that is, in terms of observation and understanding. There is no other way to own a piece of land. We have been away briefly on one errand and another, some of them a continent's span away. But this is home. This is the source. This is where I live and work the year around. I have written of many things during my years here, but the continuing topic has been here in my own dooryard, 6 miles from the village, 100 miles from the city. I was granted a second chance to know this earth of my origins, and I have found here in Weatog a good vantage point from which to examine it. Weatog is a strange word to the unaccustomed tongue. It is of Indian origin. In the Mohican tongue it meant the place of the wigwam, or more simply, home. As late as 1740, when the first white settlers had come here, there was an Indian village of 70 wigwams not far from where my house now stands. Not a trace of that Weatog remains, though flint arrowheads and other stone implements were found for years in a field just down the road. There is a post office called Weatog 40 miles from here, but locally the name means only the valley where I live, a valley less than 4 miles long. We pronounce the name Weatog. This book is not the story of this valley, of Weatog specifically. Rather, it is an account of one man seeing and thinking and his attempts at understanding. It follows the pattern of the year, spring to spring, because that is the nature of time, all the time man has known. It is the story of a man and the universe he knows best, and perhaps in that sense it is the story of man and his world. The same sun rises here as in Miami or Chicago or Seattle, and the same moon and the same star patterns. My river, like all rivers, flows from an upland to the sea. My mountain was once a new upthrust on the surface of a restless land. My valley, like all valleys, has a hill on either side. Mine are global winds, and my rains and snows come from remote sources. My rabbits and squirrels and deer and porcupines are no strange Antipodean creatures. My robins and orioles and wood thrushes and mourning doves are known in the Carolinas and in Ohio and in Arkansas. The equinoxes and the solstices are as faithful in coming here as elsewhere. I came here to live with these verities and to search for understanding of them. I shall never know all there is to know about them, but what I have set down here is an interim report. H.B. Weatog, Salisbury, Connecticut. Spring. I welcome the vernal equinox as a signpost, but nothing more. It says that spring lies ahead, the spring we know and recognize in rising sap, opening buds, returning birds. A spring day in March is as rare as the proverbial day in June, but today I seem to sense the cleanliness of change. Winter's debris still litters the roadside and murks the river, but the brightness of new growth is not far away. Already there is a touch of green beside Millstone Brook and Springhouse Brook in the pastures, where flowing water has leached the frost away, and here in the dooryard I find tentative daffodil tips showing, and the white-veined lancets.